video, what we have here is something very different than what we usually watch. This looks like it's a debate, and things literally get heated. I mean, even in the title, it says male feminist threatens Cooley, which is the guy's podcast. He's the one with the platform. His podcast, his name's Cooley. And this happens. That's the title that drew my attention.
Yeah, so you can't wait to watch and, see what it's about. Also, this video is brought to you by Skinny Pop. The more you eat it, the skinnier.
Fuck. And yeah. So this definitely looks very interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, I seen a little bit of it. And I was like, you know what? I want to see her reaction as well. So this is brand new to us. So y'all, the first time watching it with us, y'all let us know how y'all feel about it in the end. So, yeah. So without further ado.
All right, man. So you said that basically when we peel back all the layers, the black woman is God. Before, I'm just repeating back what you said to let you know that I understood exactly what you said. You said, before we've adopted the thinking and ideologies of God, how we know it now, before that, or even if we take it away, we would see that the black woman is actually truly God. That's what you said, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, where does the father, my question for you is, where does the man come in? Where does the father or the man come into this picture? The black man or any man?
All right. Now, in regards to the father is a social construct that has nothing to do with nature. So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go from an embryo, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. So when we're talking about those two terms, you've got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just something to compete with the woman.
Okay.
What? Doesn't a woman have to do the same thing? Let's continue.
So you're saying that the father is unnatural, but the woman is natural.
Correct.
Do I have that correct? And you're saying the reason why, you really didn't give a reason why the father would be unnatural. So what's your reasoning that the father is unnatural? Explain, give me some logic, however you could,
right.
The
logic was nature. I said that there was not a father found in nature. There's nowhere in nature that you can find a father. You have a male. So at the end of the day, there's no father. Father is a social construct. That's something to put itself into existence to be opposite of the mother.
Mother Nature?
But there's no such thing really as a father.
Can you explain how the father is a social construct?
It's a social construct due to the fact is you're talking about a label just being placed on a man being a father. Can you be a father at 12 years old?
I mean,
yes.
I think I had when I was 12 years old, man. So
okay,
you could be a father when you're 12 years old. You could have definitely planted your seed in something. Yes. Let's just go with, do you think there's any differences between men and women?
It's kind of like you're trying to be condescending to the point where you have no comprehension. You don't have no comprehension in what I'm saying to you in a response to the point where you can't fathom it. What do you mean?
No.
I don't understand then you go to the next question after you sit there and tell me that you didn't understand shit. Like,
not understand.
Is this some type of entertainment or something? I'm just asking you. I thought it was about the black woman is God. I don't know you. I didn't research you. I just came over here because, okay. So what are we doing?
We'll speak in detail. What we're doing is having a discussion man to man, right? Mm-hmm. You just said that the man is a social construct.
I said the father is. You're saying that the man is. Right.
Okay,
let's just. Two things. You asked me about the man and the father.
That's the same thing.
You said, well, because the father is, not from nature. And I want you to explain, how isn't the father not from nature? That's what I want you to do. I want you to explain how it's a social construct and it's not from nature. Because here's what I'll tell you. Nothing grows unless a seed is planted. Nothing grows on this planet unless a seed is planted. And every
Facts.
man holds the seed in them. Every man holds the seed of life form. Life form in us. In your sack, if you have enough testosterone, but I know in my sack, I got at least 80 million of them little niggas moving around in there. You know what I'm saying? Most men do with a good amount of testosterone. So therefore we have seed, and the life form starts there. You won't have a plant if you don't plant a seed first. So you saying that a father is a social construct is a lie, is what I'm saying. Get to dispute the point that the father doesn't hold the seed. So we plant the seed in a woman, and then life grows from that. Women bring about life. The life form is actually in a man. So explain to me again how the father is a social construct when the father holds the seed and a woman holds nothing but eggs. She's waiting for a seed.
Okay.
You sound, you don't make sense, man. Let me hear you.
You haven't given me a chance to make sense. You're wrong. And you're wrong in the way to sit there and say that the sperm is a seed.
What? He's wrong. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm gonna leave my comments for that. I know I'm pausing it, but listen. Let's keep going.
You have seeds running up and through your body. That makes no sense. A seed is not a fucking tadpole with a tail. That's not a seed. So in regards to it, you're wrong. Now, if you're talking about an apple seed or
Explain
orange
how
seed,
I'm wrong, though.
listen, an avocado seed or whatever the case may be, now we can get into the comparison on how the woman gives the man the whole body, the construct, the brain, the lungs, the face, the skin. She's creating a child within a womb. So she gives him the penis too. Did you forget that she gave him the sperm? So
Can you
in regards
explain
to
in a scientific way, from a biological way, how doesn't a man hold the seed in the life form? You're just speaking, but I need you to peel back the layer to things and give facts. This podcast is called No Fugazi. So if I'm speaking, I'm always going to speak with facts. So here's a fact for you. The woman doesn't determine the sex of the baby. She has an X chromosome. The man holds the X and the Y chromosome, right? So here's science, right? So when a man has sex with a woman, he dictates the sex of the baby. So you just said, where do you get a penis from? Where do you get this from? Where do you get that from? You get that from the man, since the man determines the sex of the baby. Do you get it? Women only hold the X chromosome. Men hold the X and a Y. That's scientifically facts that proves that what you just said is nonsense, and men do dictate the sex of the baby. So if he's dictating the sex of the baby, let's peel the layer back even further. That means that the man actually dictates how many men are going to be in this world, how many women are going to be in this world. The list goes on and on. Your father dictated that you would have a beard. Your father dictated that you would have a beard and be a man, from what I could see. You get what I'm saying? Your mother didn't determine that, so you should be thanking your father, because your father truly created you. Anything for that, man? Scientifically, can you dispute what I said?
He's like, damn, I don't got nothing to say about that.
You sound uneducated, like to the point where this is so level of surface. To the point,
God dang, man.
How could you sit here? I'm just asking you, like, how could you sit here and tell me that my father gave me what all males are females before they turn into a male based off the decision of the mother? Every male can look at their actual scrotum sac and see a line from the bottom of their scrotum sac to the tip of their penis. All male. That means.
Did your mother give you that beard? Does your mom have a beard?
Some of us do.
Like a full beard. Like, come on now. Like, did she give you that? Like, bro, come on, man.
You were sold up. Your testicles are nothing but your ovaries. Your penis is nothing but an elongated clitoris. At the end of the day, you're nothing but an inside-out female. I'm sorry that this man has never been told that, and he doesn't understand that he was made in the likeness and the image of his mother.
Out here.
I'm sorry that before anybody ever taught him anything, his mother was there. Your mother is literally the only thing that you know in life. You don't even know if that's your father, but your mother knows if it's your father or not. You know everything about your mother because that's where you came from. That's your first home. That's your first origin. The black woman has always been considered God. even before the patriarch took over and started to actually make a male God. But it was never a male that was being God. It was always the woman. In Islam, it was the woman. In the Catholic Church, it was the woman. In ancient Egypt, it was the woman. In Samaria, Mesopotamia, Babylon, it was the woman. Phoenicia was the woman. Chaldea was the woman. But if he doesn't know that, that means he's not reading.
Show me a picture of that woman.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to respond to the man. Even to the point where if a woman is making up your whole total makeup and she's using her menstrual blood to do it within her womb, that's why you women don't bleed for 9 months. You literally coagulate a child in your womb. What does the man have to do with it? Is the man shooting blood in you, woman? Or is he literally giving you his DNA via his sperm? So when you're actually making this baby in your womb, you're using your blood. That's why you don't bleed for 9 months. When that baby comes out, that is a product of its mother. So the baby literally develops through life. As the baby develops through life, we get to puberty. That's when our body chemically starts to actually make the sperm in our body. But it came from our mother. Everything comes from your mother. You get it from your mother. Your mother is your God. Your father.
Okay, I see what he's saying. They grow in the woman, fine. Everything comes from her mother. We have 2 kids. One looks like her. I feel like she looks like her. And the other one looks like me. Why is that? Why is that? Please tell me why is that? That's because it comes with both of us. Like, what are you talking about? He just thinks the woman just is like, they don't need a man to have a baby. That's what it just sounds like he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Just go.
Mother is not your God. The sperm in his body comes from his mother. Where do you think we got our body from? You didn't make this. You don't have nothing to do with your face. You don't have nothing to do with your head and none of that. Your mama gave that to you. She birthed you. How could you sit there and say that she's not your God? Your mother was God before you was taught about God. Somebody had to tell you about God in order for you to believe them. Now in your mind, that's God. But what if your mother knew she was God? She would teach you about God.
That makes sense.
How can a man be a God when he cannot produce life? A man cannot sustain life. He does not have breast milk.
Got you. You done or are you still going?
No, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful. So if you want to go and respond, you can go.
Okay. So, I mean, everything you said was just nonsense. It didn't make any sense. It didn't correlate to anything.
Which part?
And
Which
1
part?
plus
Which
1
part?
didn't add up.
Oh,
You
no.
didn't have any rebuttal to it. You just started speaking nonsense. But let me ask you a question.
I have to force myself to speak because you won't allow me to.
Does 1
You're
plus
asking
1
me
equal
another
2?
question.
Does 1 plus 1 equal 2?
No, one and one come together, they merge. That's 1, right? Think about
Okay,
it, right?
god dang.
When
So
1 and
Jack
1 come together,
proves
they
my
merge.
point.
Right?
The nigga don't
Right.
know what 1 plus
and
1 equals.
merge, right?
He said that 1 and 1 merges.
Put it together, they merge. 1, right?
Oh,
if I come
god
together
dang.
with a woman, don't I go into that woman? Don't me and
All
that
right.
woman go into each other? Now we 1. I got my dick, I am 1. At the end of the day, what
So
you mean?
you gotta
1 plus
watch
1
on your
equals
left
2?
hand. You gotta watch on your left hand. If you
Right.
put another watch on your left hand, will you have 1 watches or 2 watch?
They're on the same hand. It's just 1 watch if they put together. If you leave, they merge together. You see what I'm talking about? You want me to have
If you
2?
put the watch on a different hand, would you have 2 watches on you?
I don't know. If you take a man wig off, then would you have be bald headed? I don't know, bro. We all got questions that they ask. I mean, what you want to do? I don't
What?
know, bro.
I'm curious.
Is we on this build? Are we on this build or what? What we gonna do, bro?
This is what we're gonna do, because I'm actually curious. Because the last people I had on here, I had 4 other people that had your same points of view, right? And now let's change up the dialogue a little bit, because I'm curious of knowing. I believe that you let me know if you don't believe that 1 plus 1 equals 2, but let me know if this makes sense to you, and see if we can come to agreement on something. That's what I want to get here. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Influence creates thinking. Thinking creates behavior. Would you say that that's true?
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. I want to know this because I spoke with, you're the 5th person I had on the podcast now that believe that the black woman is God, right? So since we know that, and you just confirmed that influence creates thinking and thinking creates behavior, you have this, your mind frame of how you think. I want to know what influenced you to think this way.
It's knowing versus belief. Everybody believes in God. I know God. You see what I'm saying? Knowing is being able to have logic, evidence, and reason. You know it, just like your past experiences. I know my mother. So before I learned how to talk, before I learned how to walk, before I had taught about my ABCs, before I was taught about anything, my mother was there. Somebody had to teach me, influence me, get me to think about a God that they wanted me to think about. But prior to that, my mother was my creator. So when you look at it, my mother was a black woman, and all black women are the manifestation of Mother Nature. I don't give a fuck about a book and what you read, bro. Go to nature and look at it. That is the supreme map of things.
Clarence,
everything in nature is telling you
Clarence, I seen that you
don't have to stop me, bro. You don't have to stop me every
someone
fucking
came
30
in the
seconds.
chat. Clarence, I
You
see you
don't
coming
have
in
to
here.
stop
Give it
me
2
every 30
seconds. I'll
bro.
add you
30
in after I
seconds.
have this discussion with him.
I get
Once
30
again,
seconds to speak, like every
listen,
single
man,
time.
it's a
Is that what you
podcast, and
feel?
I had
You're
someone trying to
intimidated.
join the live
You're
stream.
intimidated, bro.
No,
That's
I
all
had
it
someone
is.
trying
You're
to join the live
intimidated.
stream.
You don't want to know. You do this for content.
Intimidated?
At the end of yeah, you're intimidated. It's got to be.
Come
If
on,
I can
man.
sit there and listen to you and
Nah,
you
man.
can't listen to me,
I mean,
you
listen, bro.
told us about a pregnant male rat. You told us
bro.
the science
I
brought
do
about a
debates with
pregnant
men
male
in
rat.
person. You could come here in person. No one's intimidated, bro. No one's.
You gotta be.
No
It's
one
gotta
feels
be
like that.
something. Then
You could
why
have this
won't you let
discussion
me
in
speak
person.
the whole
same way I'm
podcast?
conveying myself with you over here, it'll be
The
in
whole
person. And actually,
podcast,
it'll be
bro.
more
Listen,
intense.
y'all.
We said that influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. You think that the black woman is God. I want to know what influenced you.
You just kind of.
Looking for God.
Okay? Explain, elaborate. What did you
God
find that made you really think that the black woman is God?
My mother
Like
was in my face the whole time. She was in my face the whole time, and I didn't realize that was God. So they told me that my mother, everything was outside of me. They told me that everything else was my mother. Everything else is God but your mother. And then you look at why they oppress every woman in religion. Christianity, their God says it's okay to rape a woman, defile a woman. Islam, they say it's okay to rape a woman. Allah is literally a lot. So they literally define everything in women. It's all about women oppression and for women not to realize that they are the true creators. That's why the patriarch took over. The patriarch literally took over the matriarch. The matriarch had always been in rulership. That's why they studied the goddess Hathor. They literally was with the queen of heaven in Jeremiah 44. They spoke about the goddess everywhere. Tuarat was the
I
first
have another
deity
question for
that
you
was
too.
ever worshipped. See, like I said, I get 30 seconds.
Oh no, you
You don't
explained
really
that.
wanna
Now I
do
have
this.
another question for you.
I'm saying I wasn't done.
Oh,
That's what I'm
you have
saying. Let
more?
me know
Go.
how long I get. I mean, you just stopped me. You're going to keep doing it. So go ahead.
I mean,
It's
you
okay.
explained
It's
all the way
okay.
down to
Go
how it
ahead,
went.
bro. Go ahead.
Got
Go
it.
ahead, bro.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and also, I'll just give you the rules of the podcast. So get used to it. So guess what? This is called order, right? Men create order. This is my platform, so there's a hierarchy to things. It's my rules, so if I set the rules and you follow the rules, right? When you have your own podcast and you invite me on, you set the rules and I follow those rules. Life is in hierarchy. So I have a question for you.
So
You
then you
just
don't
said
want-
that
you
the
don't wanna hear it.
matriarchy. I have a question for you. Listen, you
Of course,
just said
you just
that
had a question for me.
you just said that the matriarchy was taken over by the patriarchy. How can
Correct.
if the matriarchy is natural, right? It's a natural way of life. It's nature, right? You said the father doesn't come from nature, but the woman does come from nature. If that's the case, if the woman was first, you say that the woman is first. My question is, if the woman came first and you think the black woman is God, why is it that she's always being taken over by a man? Wouldn't you think? You just said that the patriarchy always takes over the matriarchy.
I'll let you finish so I can speak. Go ahead.
That's my question. You just said that the patriarchy always takes over the matriarchy. How can you say and even think logically that the woman came first if she's not strong enough to defend for herself? Answer it now.
Well, I'll calm down a little bit. Now, let me answer. In regards to the patriarchy taking over the matriarchy, it had nothing to do with strength. You have to understand that's brute strength. So what it was the son turned against his mother. The son literally turned against his mother. So instead of being a protector, the son became the predator. And then Christianity and all of these other religions were created to teach men that they were higher than women. How do you think the oppression started, woman? They needed religious context to literally turn your man against you. You can look throughout all the religions.
Did you
and
ever
you can
think
see
that the man is just stronger than a woman? Do you ever just think that the man is just stronger than a woman and more superior than a woman?
He's a bitch, nigga. On my
Did you ever
mama,
think
you a
that?
bitch. Fuck
Say that
wrong
to
with
my
you, bro?
face, man. You
I
welcome
said
here. I
you's a
have you
bitch,
on.
nigga.
I
I
have
don't
you
give a
on.
fuck where you
I
at,
have
nigga.
you
I don't
on,
give a
bro.
fuck. Smash the shit out your
Listen,
pussy ass.
actually, here's what
You's a
I'll do
little
for you,
bitch,
because
man.
I've been waiting
All
for
you do,
someone
all
like
you
you.
do. Yeah, I'm right here.
I'll
I'm
send
right
you out
here.
here.
You's a bitch.
I'll send
Fuck you
you
talking
out
about?
here, right?
Man,
I'll
get the
send
fuck
you out
out of
here.
here. What you Diddy now?
I'll
You
pay
Diddy?
for your ticket to
This
come
nigga
out here.
Diddy.
I'll pay
You know
for
what I'm
your
saying?
ticket to
What
come out
kind?
here, and we can do this debate live in person.
Oh,
And I
whatever.
guarantee you won't have that energy in person. I guarantee you. And I had another man
All right,
talk
man.
crazy just like you, but in person, he wasn't speaking that crazy. It was an entirely different
Bro,
story.
you can tell
It was an
everybody in the
entirely
room can
different
see you
story.
a bitch, man. Everybody in the room can
Okay,
see you a
man.
little hoe, bro.
Now
You
you're
came to
making ad
play.
hominems. No one made ad
You ain't come to
hominems
have no
about you. This
motherfucker.
nigga looking like a
You ain't
fake Drake
come.
over here, man. This nigga looking
Fake
sweet as
Drake.
cheese. How you over here trying to act hard when you get your eyebrows done every day? This nigga looking sweet. This nigga sweet as pie with that little chain on. Nigga squinching his eyes. Nigga, what's in your eye? Why you keep squinching your eyes like that? Trying to have the light skin look. Yeah. Come on, bro. Calm down with all that, nigga. Let's have a regular discussion. You making that hominem attacks. I ain't make none on you. You made them first.
You a white,
So we can
you a
either
white
finish
boy,
this
man.
debate.
This dude a whole white boy, bro. Like,
This guy
the
said a
fuck you
white
come
boy.
from,
Just
man?
because
You is a
you
white
can't
boy. You can hear
articulate
how you
yourself.
talk.
Just
Nigga
because
said
you
I look like
just
Drake.
because you
This
can't
motherfucker sitting
articulate
there.
yourself
What the fuck is you talking
doesn't
about,
mean
man?
that I'm a white boy
Corny
because
ass
I can.
jokes.
Yeah, it was
That don't mean that, nigga. Chat is clowning you right now. But anyways, bro,
Yeah, all right.
here's what I'm saying, man.
You reading it.
Everything
You
that
going-
you
you
said is
going
all
off.
false because
You
the
see it.
root of it, the cause of it is false. The man is superior than a woman.
Still
Why
here.
doesn't a matriarchy
If the matriarchy will
ever
always
stood a
be in
test of time?
existence. It's just been hijacked by the patriarchy. You
How
women
can-
still produce us.
how
Can you
can
just chill
men-
for a minute? Can you give me a little bit so I can talk to people to get them to understand where I'm coming from? Can you just be
It ain't
quiet
going
for a
like
second?
that. That isn't
How
how this
does it
goes,
go?
bro. Because you're not
How does it
answering
go?
questions,
Explain
bro.
it.
You're not
I'm
answering
tired of your
questions.
questions. Just let me speak for
Listen,
a
man,
minute,
if
bro.
you're tired of the questions, then you can hop off
I'm
the
just
stream,
saying,
bro.
though.
You're just
I
speaking
thought you
nonsense
getting
right now.
frustrated. Like I
You're
said,
not
you're
letting
intimidated.
him.
For you not to let
Nigga.
me talk, but I'm
It's
over
so
here.
crazy.
Nigga, you
It's
look like a
crazy as
broke
hell.
Drake, nigga. Who
I
intimidated
know,
by
but you
you,
said
nigga?
that. You said that already. You said that already.
No, no one
You
said,
that
bro,
already.
that was
Yeah,
different.
okay.
See, you
You
can't
had it
listen. You don't
broke
have
today.
good active listening
Corny
skills,
ass
buddy.
shit, man.
You don't
Corny.
have good active listening skills.
Look at,
Low
bro, you got a
IQ.
man wig on.
Low
You got a
IQ,
man
man.
wig on, and you talking about Drake, man.
This nigga said
Like,
a man
fucking
wig,
look at
bro.
you.
My hair
I
is
don't know
just
what the
long,
fuck.
man. It's just
Okay,
long.
well,
I
line
have
that
good
shit
hair,
up.
bro.
Line your shit up.
Yeah,
Line your
it's
shit
all
up. You
good.
see that shit?
Look at your
Whack ass
headline,
shit.
buddy.
You sitting there. Look at it.
They
It's
just
lined
doing
up,
that.
nigga. What the
Your
fuck is wrong
junk is
with your
crooked.
shit?
Your junk leaning over here, bruh.
All right, bro.
Your
All right, all right.
Your junk
Okay,
tilted.
that's what we getting
Anyways, so
intimidation
like I
at its
said, there's a
finest.
hierarchy. You
You
started
don't
the
want
ad
me to
hominems.
talk.
I
You don't
didn't
want me to
start the ad
speak.
hominems.
You don't want me to speak.
But here's what it is. It's a hierarchy to things. So if you don't want to follow the orders, you can hop
You
off the
don't
stream
want
or I'll
nobody
kick you
to
off the
talk,
stream.
though. I don't understand. Man, you's a bitch anyway, nigga. You didn't want to do nothing anyway. You got your ass murdered over here. You got your ass murdered over here.
I
You
mean,
can't fuck with
you
me,
believe
so
that
you
1 plus
upset.
1
You
doesn't
mad.
equal 2.
You call it whatever.
And
You
I've
asking
already
the
said
fucking
we could
question.
have this live stream
You
in
asking the
person.
conversation. Man,
And
Drake,
I
man,
trust
come
you
on,
in
man.
person.
Just
You wouldn't
clown.
have this energy.
Bro,
I'll
I will
literally
beat the
fly you
fuck
out.
out you, man. Y'all
I'll
beat
come
the
out.
fuck out you, bro. I'm
I'll
not
bring
no
you out
Diddy,
here, bro.
I'm not your little
Listen,
boy. I'm not
I'll
your little
bring
toy.
you out here.
You're talking.
I'll bring
You're
you out
just
here.
talking. We're talking.
Do you take
on
my
a fucking
offer?
platform.
I'll actually
We're
offer you.
having
So
a
this what
conversation
men
of
do.
debate, and
This
you
what men do.
scared.
Because
You
let's
scared
see
to
if
have
you're
this
really men of your
conversation.
word. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. Here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can have this debate in person. I put it on my word. If you really want to come out here, I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. How about that? Let's do it.
If I'm him, I'm accepting it. We can have a little talk and then we box. Because ain't no way you gonna call me out like that and I'm not gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, like, we going out there and we boxing. Like, for real. That's what I do.
But if you really feeling that, if you really feeling froggy, nigga, leap. I'll send you out here. I'll put that on my word.
Right.
And we got hundreds of people in here. No, you want to approve to that offer? If not, then shut up, nigga, and pay attention to the hierarchy. Here's the rules. So I'm gonna ask you questions, and then you're gonna listen, and you're going to answer these questions because you're just talking just to talk. Do you understand? So,
Hey, you's a
question
scary
here.
little boy. You's a scary little boy,
Cool,
man.
man. You
That's all
still
it is.
talking,
You's
bro.
a scary little boy,
Question
man.
here.
I'm from
How
Chicago,
can
puss ass nigga.
you
talking
still
about
didn't-
flying out a
this nigga
nigga
still-
and fighting. You talking about flying me out and trying to box
Listen,
and have a
my
debate.
finances is
What's
good.
wrong with dudes,
My
man?
finances is good. I've been waiting
What's
for
wrong
somebody
with him?
like you that's talking
We
spicy.
debate,
This is what I
nigga,
do.
I told you you's a bitch,
This
man.
is what I
And
do,
you know
man.
you's a bitch. You don't do shit. You can tell you a white boy.
Well,
You a little white boy that like to play.
I
like
see
to
that
do
you
this
didn't
little
want my
jokey,
offer,
jokey
but
shit.
listen, homie had to go. He just talking to talk. He talking silly. Chat, this is what we happen when you talk to feminine men and emotional men. They get all soft. They can't have a good conversation, a good back and forth. He doesn't respect an hierarchy, which is why he doesn't respect the patriarchy. He's speaking nonsense, which I checkmated them on many times. He believed that 1 + 1 doesn't equals 2. He's living in la la land. He's literally a female, which is crazy. Also, he doesn't understand that if a creator is creating beings, human beings, and we all know that the world was created with animals first. We all know that there's times of day, there's night and there's day. Why would God create a being that's a woman that is higher in estrogen and that's higher in trait neuroticism, which means that they feel more emotions and more negative emotions, meaning that the woman being created first has a higher probability of being scared of the dark than a man. Back in the day, there weren't any electricities and lights and stuff. So why would God create a woman first that is weaker, that can't manipulate the world how the man can, that can't create the infrastructure and build shelter and create a fire and housing like a man can? Why would he create the woman first that's going to be ate by the wildebeest and the tigers and lions? That sounds silly to create the weaker thing first.
God damn, how'd you feel about it? What you got to say about that? That shit was...
It's like a lot. Like, first off, like, it started off okay. Like, they were both like speaking back and forth. He was talking about a lot of nonsense. I kind of like saw what his concept was. He was just saying that women are these amazing life forms and, like, you know, we really hold everything together. He was trying to explain it, but he didn't explain it correctly. But me and him like kind of picked up on what he was trying to say. Yeah. Scientifically, you know, the podcast guy was more correct about how it scientifically works. Right. Then towards the middle, like, I didn't like it at all. Like, I honestly don't like doing these type of videos because, like, sometimes it's just like people just going like back and forth at each other instead of actually, like, you know, getting to like whatever you're actually talking about. The dude was just cutting him off. Like, he didn't give time for him to speak when he was like trying to explain. I'm sitting over here trying to listen to exactly what he's trying to say so I can pick apart what he's saying and say, oh, okay, well, right, you know? So it was very disrespectful. And yeah, I just didn't like it. At the end of the day, I don't think, as a woman, I don't think women are weak. I do think men are stronger because it's just how God made them. But I don't think women are weak. So he need to reverse that comment because I didn't really like that too much. But that's all. Not too much over here.
All right, so yeah, man. I mean, I see his point. I see the guy that was on the right of the screen. I see his point. How he feels that women, you know, are God. Because if you take everything away, if it's just us, no electricity, no nothing, right? We have a baby. The baby will not survive without the mother. You know what I'm saying? They need the mother, the breast milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
I see what he's saying. But in some other stuff that they're talking about, it's not making any sense. One of them merge into one. If I got 2 watches on me, it's 1 watch. Like, bro, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? But other dude, the podcaster, Cooley, he was just cutting them off. Like, yeah, he was really cutting them off. And that what really triggered everything. And it just turned into a shit show right after that. You know, as far as like, you know, everything else, I can't really remember what else was said, but it's more of like he couldn't explain it. Like he couldn't really explain it, to be real with you, but I seen, like, I was trying to look for the positives of what he was saying. And I seen what he was trying to say, but he don't know how to say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he can't prove like that the woman is, of course, the God or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Men are just, you know, naturally stronger. You know, we were built for, you know what I'm saying, for stronger. You know what I'm saying? We were just built stronger than women. You know what I'm saying? That's just naturally. Put an average woman and an average man together, the man is naturally stronger. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're built. It's no, you know, who's the better male or female. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it naturally is. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay. It's all fine. We all need each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just nonsense. Turned into a straight shit show. They was just going at each other. So, but let us know what y'all think about this. You know what I'm saying? In the comments, if you want to comment, go ahead. Just go ahead. If you made it this far, subscribe, of course. You know what I'm saying? And comment all the good stuff. And hey, thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.
See y'all in the next one.
Peace.